Season 3 of The Crown is expected to be making a comeback to screens in 2019, although Netflix is yet to reveal a release date. The Crown is currently in production with scenes being shot at the moment. Many fans think The Crown could be released in late 2019. Speculation and reports suggest that Seasons 3 and Season 4 being filmed one after the other with the same cast. Here is everything you need to know about The Crown Season 3 so far. When is The Crown Season 3 released on Netflix? Netflix hasn't shared a release date for The Crown Season 3 as yet. Season 3 of The Crown could be hitting screens in 2019, according to some reports. The Crown Season 3 and 4 are set to be getting shot back to back, according to The Independent. If previous release dates are anything to go by, Season 3 could be hitting the streaming platform towards the end of next year. The third cycle is likely to be dropped in one go with a total of 10 episodes. In the past, seasons of The Crown have been released on the streaming platform in November or December. Why is The Crown not on this Xmas? Depending on how long filming takes and post-production, there could be a wait for the third run. The Crown made its debut on Netflix on November 4, 2016, while Season 2 released on December 8, 2017. Much like most Netflix original shows, it looks likely to air in the UK at 8 AM on the day of release and at midnight in America. The release format would be in keeping with the other Netflix series such as Stranger Things. Fans will most likely be able to binge-watch Season 3 in one go when it is released, and there are also likely to be 10 episodes in total in Season 3, again much like its predecessors. Sadly, the existing cast will not back, and instead, new actors will be taking over the roles. Netflix release date scheduled 2019. Who will replace Claire Foy as the Queen in The Crown Season 3? Broadcast and Peep Show actress Olivia Colman was named as the new Queen Elizabeth II, replacing Claire Foy in the role. Since she was announced as the new Queen Elizabeth II, Colman has gone on to find fame in the US after she won a Golden Globe for her role as a different monarch in the film The Favourite. Previously, the star hinted at the release date after Olivia Colman she confirmed her start date on The Crown. "I don't start until July, so I know nothing about it yet apart from they said I could do it, so I'm holding them to that," she told the Radio Times. Most recently, Colman revealed a secret about the script. Colman has also spoken about taking on the role, saying she finds it a hard one to play. She explained, "I find the harder is Queen Elizabeth because everyone knows what she looks like. Everyone knows what she sounds like. Everyone has an opinion on whether the casting is right." The first image of Olivia Colman as Queen Elizabeth II released in 2018. In the image from Season 3, the Queen appears to be deep in thought as she sits for breakfast and holds a cup of tea. Ahead of her role as Queen Elizabeth II, Colman can be seen playing Queen Anne in the film The Favourite, which also stars Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz. Colman spoke about being invited to Buckingham Palace in a recent interview with Vanity Fair, in which she revealed that she'd spoken to the future King of England, Prince William. She recounted what he said when she asked if he watched The Crown, explaining, "He said, 'No, dear. I don't watch it. But maybe he can't say that he watches it.'" The star added, "He had this magical quality. He made you feel like you were the most exciting person he'd met. You think, well, that can't be the case, but I'm feeling wonderful. I'm glowing." Colman recently opened up about playing Queen Elizabeth II and comparing the role to that of her turn as monarch Queen Anne in the film The Favourite, telling CBS News, "There's various things that make them different. I think the only similarity is that Queen is in their name. But apart from that, that's it. That's where it ends. Reflecting on her portrayal of the Queen, the star said, "But it is daunting. It's the hardest thing I've done, I think." She added, "Yay, because there's much more ready-made critics, and there's 1,000 of them as opposed to, you know." Coleman may have wrapped up filming on season 3 as she's now promoting her new film The Favourite, for which she's been nominated for a Golden Globe Award 2019. Why is Claire Foy not in season 3 of The Crown? Who will replace Matt Smith as Prince Philip in The Crown Season 3? Outlander and Game of Thrones star Tobias Menzies will be playing an older version of the Duke of Edinburgh, taking over from Matt Smith. Fans have got their first glimpse of Tobias Menzies as Prince Philip after Netflix shared a shot. Matt Smith has spoken about his successor and revealed his thoughts about the star stepping into his shoes. Matt Smith recently opened up about the advice he would give to his successor Tobias Menzies, saying on The Late Late Show with James Corden, "You can't really offer up too much. But I just said, God, make sure they pay you enough. And make sure it's even." Who will replace Vanessa Kirby as Princess Margaret in The Crown Season 3? Helena Bonham Carter was unveiled as the older Princess Margaret this year. An image of Helena Bonham Carter as Princess Margaret and Ben Daniels as Anthony Armstrong Jones were also released by Netflix. Outgoing star Vanessa Kirby recently revealed that she had been told by a friend what the royal family and the Queen really think of The Crown. Newest cast member Helena Bonham Carter also spoke about getting ready to work on season 3. She recently told Variety, "I've definitely started prepping." She went on to say, "It's exciting. We start in a few weeks, and I think we're completely terrified. I think also because the first 2 seasons were such a success. We have the onus of inheriting the responsibility of doing justice to all these genuinely famous people, and then on top of it, inheriting them from this previous generation of actors who've done such good jobs." How to watch The Crown Season 3 online. What was The Crown gender pay row? Crown was recently hit by controversy after it emerged that Matt Smith was paid more for his role as Prince Philip than Claire Foy, who portrayed the main character of Queen Elizabeth II. However, producer Suzanne Mackey told Variety, "Going forward, no one gets paid more than the Queen. Unfortunately, this won't benefit Foy, who has now departed from the role as part of the cast revamp." Following the revelations, the producers of The Crown were forced to apologize to both Foy and Smith from leaving them embroiled in the dispute of gender pay inequality. Foy has finally broken her silence on the gender pay gap row, saying that she was not surprised at the difference in the salaries. Since the pay gap furore, it's been announced that Foy will be backed £200,000 for her role as the Queen. Season 2 has garnered 13 Emmy nominations, with both Foy and Smith getting nods from the American Television Academy. In a statement, Foy said, "I am so grateful for and honored by the Emmys' continued support for The Crown. I am so proud to have been part of such an extraordinary cast, crew and production team, and I share this nomination with them. I am also thrilled to see my good friends, Matt Smith, Vanessa Kirby and Matthew Good recognized, and to be nominated alongside such incredible actresses is a true honor. Thank you Emmys. See you in September." Claire Foy was awarded an Emmy for her role as Queen Elizabeth and was left fighting back tears as she dedicated the accolade to Matt Smith. What are the Marburg Files? What will happen in The Crown Season 3? Season 2 wrapped up in 1964 with the birth of the Queen's 4th and final child, Prince Edward. So the 3rd season will pick up after this point as fans meet an older version of the monarch. fans of The Crown have been given their first look at Princess Margaret's affair in Season 3. Most recently, Olivia Colman and Helen Bonham Carter were spotted filming a funeral scene. It seems likely that the Queen and Prince Philip's marriage will be explored as it was in the first 2 seasons. However, it looks like the Queen's children will start to play more of a role in The Crown as they get older, and particularly Prince Charles. The Crown Season 3 cast: will Princess Diana appear in The Crown Season 3? According to People, the late Princess Diana is going to be making an appearance in Season 3 as well, which makes sense with Camilla in the picture as well. Princess Diana is also reported to be featuring much more prominently in the following 2 seasons, which has yet have been unconfirmed by Netflix. The frontrunner for the role of the iconic royal is said to be Game of Thrones actress Sophie Turner, who is better known as sister to Jon Snow, Sansa Stark, in the HBO epic. Reports in the Sunday Times also suggested that Princess Diana will become more of a focal point in Season 4. Most recently, The Crown saw glory at the BAFTAs after Vanessa Kirby won the award for Best Supporting Actress. It was a first for the streaming platform in that category. Sadly, The Crown missed out on Best Drama, which went to Peaky Blinders and also fought off competition from Line of Duty and Black Mirror. Netflix release date schedule 2019. Will Camilla Parker Bowles appear in The Crown Season 3? Yes, is the short answer. The Crown producer Suzanne Mackie confirmed in 2017 at the Radio Times and BFI TV festival that viewers will meet a young Camilla Parker Bowles. Peter is already talking about the most wonderful things. We start meeting Camilla Parker Bowles in Season 3, the executive explained. She went on to say, "We have to be honest, Season 3 and 4 are being mapped out, and the closer the history comes, I now can say, God, I know exactly what I was feeling when that happened. I remember that and I remember this. That's so exciting. But there's a responsibility to it that you ought to do it properly, and there's where the weight comes, not from 7 years, but we've got to keep being great." Previously it was thought that the divisive figure of Camilla could be played by Oscar winner Brie Larson, Downton Abbey's Laura Carmichael, and even Emilia Clarke in the running. In fact, the cast was spotted filming a scene recreating a moment involving Charles and Camilla talking at a polo match. Which historical events will be featured in The Crown Season 3? Season 3 looks set to tackle Princess Margaret's acrimonious divorce following her marriage to Lord Snowdon, played by Matthew Good, in the second cycle. Episode 1 from Season 3 is now completed after Helena Bonham Carter was spotted filming at a house in S. There have been suggestions that this scene will be focusing on Princess Margaret's visit to the White House in 1965. Meanwhile, the crew was seen filming in Liverpool, which is believed to be doubling up for Washington during the 60s. The crew were also spotted in Wales and revealed that they will be covering the Aberfan disaster, which claimed the lives of scores of children. Scenes for the Aberfan episode were shot 15 miles up the road from the village. Photos have emerged of Coleman looking mournful as she shot scenes for the tragedy. Both Coleman and Menzies were seen shooting scenes on location in Wales. What happened to Princess Margaret's lover Peter Townsend? Who will be in The Crown Season 3? Game of Thrones actor Charles Dance has reportedly signed on to Season 3 of The Crown, with the Daily Mail reporting that he will be taking on the role of Lord Louis Mountbatten. Netflix has yet to confirm the news, but according to the publication, Dance was shooting scenes in Greenwich, which was doubling up as parts of Buckingham Palace. Emerald Fennell has been confirmed to be taking on the role of a young Camilla in Season 3, and the star has already been pictured shooting scenes. There have been reports that call the midwife actress Erin Doherty will be taking on the role of the Queen's daughter Princess Anne. House of Cards actor Ben Daniels has been confirmed to be taking on the role of Princess Margaret's husband Anthony Armstrong-Jones. The role was previously played by Downton Abbey actor Matthew Good. Speaking about joining the cast, Daniels said, "After being glued to the first 2 seasons of The Crown, I am beyond thrilled to be joining the cast of this incredible piece of television. Snowdon was such a dynamic and complex man. I'm really looking forward to playing him." Josh O'Connor has now been confirmed to be playing Prince Charles by Netflix. Following the announcement, he said, "I am thrilled to be joining the firm for the next installment of The Crown. Seasons 3 and 4 will follow some of the most turbulent events in the Prince of Wales' life and our national story, and I'm excited to be bringing to life the man in the midst of it all." He jokingly added, "I'm very aware it's a formidably talented family to be joining, but reliably informed I have the ears for the part and will fit right in." There were previous reports circling that Josh O'Connor from The Durrells and Peaky Blinders would be taking on the role of Prince Charles. Hollywood actor Kevin Bacon recently hinted that he would like a part in The Crown and was a fan of British TV. Helena Bonham Carter has now finally been confirmed to be taking on the role of Princess Margaret in Season 3. The actress recently made a huge confession about her character Princess Margaret on The Graham Norton Show, saying, "I've got 2 weeks to prepare, so I've got to find her character soon." She quipped, "I'm posh, but not that posh." How many episodes will be in The Crown Season 3? Speaking about the role, Bonham Carter said, "I'm not sure which I'm more terrified about, doing justice to the real Princess Margaret or following in the shoes of Vanessa Kirby. The only thing I can guarantee is that I'll be shorter than Vanessa." There were previously reports that Helena Bonham Carter will be taking over the part of wayward Princess Margaret, currently played by Kirby. According to reports in the Evening Standard, the 2-time Oscar nominee is all but confirmed to be signing up. Bonham Carter is no stranger to playing royalty, having starred as the Queen Mother in The King's Speech and the title role in the 1986 film Lady Jane. Kirby herself added fuel to the rumors after she posted an image on her Instagram account with Bonham Carter and the mysterious caption, "Honored at the Crown Netflix." The outgoing Princess Margaret star recently spoke about what the royal family thought of The Crown after she encountered someone close to them at an event. There are now going to be questions over who will be playing the role of a young Princess Diana as we see her encountering Prince Charles. The Crown's casting director Nina Gold recently spoke about finding actors to take on the roles of new characters Charles, Camilla, and Anne. Speaking to Vanity Fair, Gold explained, "Charles, Camilla, and Anne are going to be pretty interesting characters to follow, because they are just coming into their own. We've cast a pretty wide net for these new young characters." She went on to say, "We're looking for a quite wide age range, which is quite challenging. I think we're going from 1964 when we start. Then we have to get him to about 16 to the late 20s. There are a lot of changes in any young man's life at that spread of ages." Andy Harries, CEO of the Crown production company Left Bank, said, "Seasons 3 and 4 will be the test of whether the show really has the legs to survive." He went on to add to Variety, "I think we were the first television series ever to change cast and continue, and we will change casts twice. It's daunting but exciting, and I hope it will keep the series fresh and really of interest to people." Who will play Princess Diana in The Crown Season 3? Paul Bettany finally spoken out about his decision not to join The Crown after he was reportedly going to be signing up. Outlander and Game of Thrones actor Tobias Menzies has now been confirmed as the new Prince Philip. He previously starred with Smith in Doctor Who in an episode called Cold War. He's also worked with Coleman in the Tom Hiddleston drama The Night Manager. Blackadder, The Night Manager and House star Hugh Laurie has now been tipped to replace Matt Smith as Prince Philip in the forthcoming run. A source told the Daily Mail, Hugh's name has been swirling around for a long while now and it hasn't yet stopped. He is the sort of big name that would draw in viewers. He and Olivia were formidable on The Night Manager and Bosses of the Crown would love to recreate that. Other actors have been considered, but Hugh is viewed as the perfect choice. Paul Bettany was linked to the role of Prince Philip, according to US site Deadline.com. Who was Lord Snowdon's lover Jackie Chan? She said, "I'll have a lovely time. Everyone on it is amazing, the voice coaching is impeccable." Broadcast star Olivia Colman. While Netflix would not confirm whether the actor had been tapped up for the role, sources confirmed the negotiations to the publication. However, since those reports, Bettany is said to have dropped out of talks due to his busy schedule. Speaking about casting a new Prince Philip, creator Peter Morgan teased at a BFI masterclass that some pretty established actors could be in line for the role. Also, joining the show will be Line of Duty and W1A star Jason Watkins, who will be assuming the mantle of Prime Minister Harold Wilson. "I am delighted to become part of this exceptional show," he said. Watkins added, "Harold Wilson is a significant and fascinating character in our history, so looking forward to bringing him to life through a decade that transformed us culturally and politically. And excited to working so closely with Olivia and their whole team. Did Prince Philip really cheat on the Queen?" Broadcast actress Olivia Colman will be taking on the role of Queen Elizabeth II from Claire Foy as the show tells the third chapter in the House of Windsor. Her casting was announced earlier this year, told the Radio Times. Foy was just very supportive. She said, "I'll have a lovely time. Everyone on it is amazing, the voice coaching is impeccable." Coleman went on to say, "Because they were all amazing, so I'm just full of fear because you don't want to be the one who screws it up." She's, Claire, lovely and she said I can call her anytime. Most recently, creator Peter Morgan revealed to media including Express.co.uk about Coleman's casting. "Do you know, the casting director came up with her as an idea and I thought, I don't want to look any further. Who will play Camilla Parker Bowles in The Crown Season 3? The executive producer went on to say, "She was on a list of one and happily, she said yes, so it was an incredibly short casting process. We rang her up and asked and she said, oh my god, yeah?" There is no word yet on who will be stepping into Matt Smith's shoes as an older Prince Philip. However, the 35-year-old Doctor Who actor recently said on his replacement, "Well, I don't know, I maybe know. I don't know if I know. I'm not meant to know, but I maybe know." He added on the Seth Meyers show, "If it's the person that it could be, I was just totally flattered. I thought, oh, I'm flattered." What happened to Prince Philip's mother, Princess Alice of Battenberg? Coleman has also suggested who she would like to star opposite, saying she would love her broadcast co-star and Smith's predecessor David Tennant. Oh, can you imagine? How much fun. We'd never get anything done. We'd just chat all day. That would be heaven. She added. Vanessa Kirby, who plays Princess Margaret, is also going to be replaced by a new actress, and again the identity of the person is a mystery. However, Kirby admitted that she wanted to a scene to show the breakdown of the royals' marriage to Lord Snowdon, Matthew Good. "I was so desperate to do further on. Because it's going to be so fun to enact when their marriage starts to break down." You see the beginnings of that in episode 10, she told Vanity Fair in a recent interview. She added, "I kept saying to series creator Peter Morgan, can't you put in an episode where Margaret and Tony have a big row, and she throws a plate at his head? I'm so envious of the actress who gets to do it." Her words suggests that we can expect to see an older version of the Lord Snowdon as well in season 3.